I don't drive a car. Not anymore. I got rid of my car. It's a mechanical keyboard, it's supposed to sound like that. Don't feel sorry for it. It's doing its job. Oh, such skill. Meh, he says. I feel like I should leave like that trigger up top, like go off a little later, like to make you think you've made it. Like do that. That's all you need. You just need to not be able to go through it, you know. I definitely did not drive a Lamborghini. No, you're missing the point of the trap, Boeing Gamer. The point of the trap is to make you think, ooh, I can go up there, and you can't. If you give away the trap, then there's no trap. Don't be sorry, it's a perfectly reasonable suggestion. Just not what I was going for with that particular element of the game. See, this is the difference, like, between punishing, like, being evil to the player and actually just doing something that's funny. Like, a lot of people would describe doing something like that as like, oh, that's evil, or whatever. But is it? Like, why do people like these sort of games, you know? Do people just like being trolled? That doesn't make any sense, right? And it's because they're not really being trolled. They die in the game, but what does that mean, right? It means like, oh, I instantly start again right here, you know? Like, you've not really lost anything. The only thing was you thought you'd come up with a smart, like, sneaking around the puzzle, and it turned out, ah, no you hadn't. And the game just sort of celebrates it and just, like, is just taking the piss, you know? And, like, that's the thing with, like, I Want to Be the Guy. It celebrates your death, and so does Super Meat Boy, you know? Like, they go, like, in I Want to Be the Guy, it just, like, it plays a fucking guitar riff when you die, and it just, like, covers the screen with, you died! Press thing to restart, you know? And it's like, da 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 da! And it's just, like, really obnoxiously just celebrating your death, and it wants you to laugh along with it. It doesn't really want you to be angry at it, you know? Not really. The game doesn't want to make you angry. Game wants you to, it invites you to just laugh at yourself, you know? I do like I Want to Be the Guy. I literally, like, years ago now, I wrote a few articles on why I liked I Want to Be the Guy on my website. Long time ago now. I'm sure it's on here somewhere now. The posts. It's free, Bandagism. They wouldn't get away with charging for it because it's got like bare references and video game stuff in it. Like artwork and stuff that's just ripped from other games, so like they couldn't charge for it. Get away with it, not really. Yeah, man, it's fucking free. And that's so good. Yeah. The Genius of I Want to Be the Guy is an article I wrote a long time ago about why I Want to Be the Guy is sick. That was July 16, 2012. That was 3 years ago I wrote that. And I wrote a part 2 on teaching by not teaching. And like how the game teaches you like stuff like super well. And like actually it's like really well designed and wicked memorable and just really cool. Yeah, I can give you a link if you want to read that. Oh, unless you were just talking about I Want to Be the Guy itself. In which case, just Google I Want to Be the Guy. It's pretty easy to find. By a guy called Kayan, you'll find it pretty easily. Maybe, I don't know. Trying to work out where the dead space is that I can kill now. Like, there's no use for this, really. The fact that you can jump on top of that thing. That's kind of meaningless. But I like it as like a pillar because it creates that kind of shape that it's clear that you have to jump through. But I might do that instead. It still keeps that little, like, jaw shape. I don't know how much of this space you need. Probably not that much. I might make the player shoot just to kind of, cause, well, that's an I Want to Be the Guy as well, isn't it? And we seem to be just leaning in that direction. I didn't know if I wanted to make the player shoot or if I wanted to give him like a melee attack later or something, but I feel like shooting would be more interesting and allow us to do more fun things. Kind of like the idea of the gun having like kickback or recoil thing as well. That would allow you to like move yourself by using it in a certain way. Doom 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 doom. Thinking of giving you a mouse-controlled gun could be interesting, but I feel like it... Maybe. Bit of a random question. Mods in GameMaker games is possible house show. Yeah. Basically, it depends how your game's put together. Like, if you put your game together in a certain way that like relies on external assets and things like that, then it's quite easy to mod just by changing those external. Or you can build your own level editors and things like that. Otherwise, it's like, if you want to mod it, you've got to release the source code for it, and it's all sorts of questions involved in that. Short answer, no. Short answer, not really, but also yes. Depends. I think I do want to do a mouse control gun. Which is weird, because I didn't think it was going to be that sort of game, but I think it could work. I just don't know if it's going to contradict the whole spike and precision gameplay if we start putting a gun with like kickback and recoil and various things that make guns good into it. But I think it could work. Maybe. I'm trying to think, because this could fundamentally change a lot about the game. If I do that, it means you can't really use gamepad. Or you can, well no, it's not true. I think doing both at once seems like it's going to be hard. Whereas just shooting left and right works fine. I'm gonna fucking try it, because I've not really seen it done in the same way and combined with these same sort of elements. But it might end up being a bit terrible. Because it's kind of a contradictory thing. Like, this is all really precise and closed in and almost claustrophobic. Giving yourself a gun, you kind of want space and, like, giving yourself a gun with, like, free aiming and stuff, you want space and, like, stuff to, ways to move around freely and so on. You say I missed on, but it'll be a lot of effort, potentially, to do it the way I want to do it. Yeah, I think I'm going to stick to left and right shooting rather than mouse shooting. I might regret it later, but let's go with that. Yeah, I was thinking that more thorough is 2014, but I don't know. I was never sure if it was or not. I just guessed right. It's an action platformer. IKS 10 or LKS, I'm not sure. LKS. Yeah, I'm designing this as I go. But that's kind of the point. I think it's more interesting that way. You can see me make decisions and ponder the reasons why to make certain decisions, rather than if I made them all already. It's just like, oh, and I decided to do this, and I decided to do that. And games never work like that anyway. I don't know. I suppose shift now. Everyone loves sticky keys, right? Oh, I love being able to do that. It's so good. I haven't put that script anywhere, so running this game was meaningless. Well, actually I should have just changed the event. But oh, what's that? Probably Pandadism. What form they will take, I have not decided. Oof. Contentious point, Cult of Revan, but I will probably add that, yes. I'm a fan of Theophany. Huh, that's interesting. No, there was no guns and Thomas was alone. Stream is lagging. Well, I hope it's not lagging for everyone. Looks a bit like it's lagging for me on my dashboard. It's hard to tell though. Yeah. Mine shows it buffering. Oh, I'm dropping frames and everything. Ugh. Why am I dropping frames? Can we not? Can we not drop frames? That would be sick. Why am I dropping these frames? Not a fan of dropping the frames. I'm gonna quickly stop and restart. I didn't want to drop and stop and restart because it'll affect the footage, but whatever, I'm gonna do it. I'll be right back.